Today we're going to be talking about the good, the bad, the pros and the cons of New Braunfels, Texas. So stay tuned and leave me a comment below afterwards to see what you liked, what you disliked, and if you've been here or you plan to visit. If this is your first time to the channel and you want to know everything about living in New Braunfels, Texas, then subscribe below and hit the bell notification so you can be the first to learn about everything in the current market in New Braunfels, Texas. My name is Yitzhak, and I get calls, texts, and emails every day from people just like you wanting to make a move to New Braunfels, and I absolutely love it. So whether you're looking to move in 9 days or 90 days, give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email, or schedule a Zoom call, and I'm happy to help you make your next move a smooth process. All right, let's get into it. One of the first things that's a pro for New Braunfels in the state of Texas is that we don't have state income tax. Now, you might say that we have higher property taxes, but that's offset by the fact that we don't have the state income tax, and we have several exemptions that you can use. If you're over 65, you get the over 65 exemption. If this is your primary residence that you're living here, then you have a homestead exemption. We have agricultural exemptions for farm and ranch. And if you're a 100% fully disabled veteran, you pay zero taxes here in the state of Texas. So that's one of my favorite things about Texas and New Braunfels in general. Number two, you're smack dab in the center of all the action. You have the conveniences of the big cities within a driving distance. We have San Antonio to the south and Austin to the north. You have a large airport in both cities, so that gives you easy access to if you're traveling a lot or you've got friends and family coming into town. It's easy to go pick them up or for them to rent a car and drive here to New Braunfels so they can explore on their own. That's definitely one of my favorites. I love to travel, so being close to the airport is a must. And even here in New Braunfels, we have our own little airport. So if you're looking to get your pilot's license, they've got a school where you can take flight hours out there too. I think that's really cool. And then one of the next, it goes hand in hand with being close to everything. You have proximity to so many attractions, different restaurants, we have malls, you name it, we've got it here in the area. Just to name a few of the restaurants that the locals love here, we have McAdoo Seafood, Myron's Steakhouse, the Grist Mill, the Green River Grill, Krause's. One of my personal favorites is Alpine House. They have traditional German food. They've got this Rahm Schnitzel that's a pork schnitzel with like spatzel. It's a whole thing. Definitely something to go check out if you're feeling adventurous and you love trying new foods. We've got so many here. We even just got a P.F. Chang's. So we got a Torchy's. There's a Chewy's coming. We just have had so much growth that we're getting the best of everything within driving distance. We have an outlet mall just 15 minutes north there in San Marcos. They can get all your shopping done for discounted prices, so that's a pro. We have so many outdoor attractions. This city is known for its rivers. We have the Guadalupe River that you can go tubing on. We have the Comal River, has a nice tube chute, goes right along Schlitterbahn Water Park. And then if you're wanting to go to a lake, we have Canyon Lake in just a short driving distance. You can rent a boat out there or make some friends with somebody who has a boat out there. If you want to drive a little bit further, we've got Lake Travis. It's about an hour to an hour and a half away, depending on where you're going on that lake. So plenty of places to get in the water. We also have several parks here. Landa Park is a staple. It's been around for 100 years or more. There's also popular destinations like Texas Ski Ranch and the Animal World and Snake Farm Zoo. We have 2 golf courses, the Bandit and Landa Park Golf Course. We also have a tennis club, the John Newcomb Tennis Club, which is phenomenal. I've been out there, and if you're into tennis, that's a great thing. Pickleball is all the craze here, so we've got several pickleball courts. If that's your thing, I tried it out. I personally love it. If you're here, hit me up and we'll go practice. I'll have some fun with you. The next pro is we have a really great school system here in the New Braunfels area, ranked highly. If you go check out niche.com or greatschools.org, you can see all about it. We're very proud of our sports teams here. We've got the Unicorns, we've got great football, we've got great soccer, we've got great baseball teams, you name it, we've got it. We've got a lot of pros that have come out of New Braunfels, gone on to great colleges and pro football teams. If your kids love sports and you love sports, then this is the town for you. Another pro is that we're in the central time zone, so this makes it convenient to go from the west coast to the east coast. Either way, you're only a couple hours different, so you don't really get that jet lag from traveling all the way across from one side to the other. So that's a pro in my book. I love traveling, and just being a couple hours one way or the other makes a big difference. Another pro is our growth rate. New Braunfels has grown substantially every year. We're in the top 10 real estate markets in the US. We're growing at an annual rate of 8.25%, and that makes us the 32nd largest city in Texas. That's amazing. And even with that growth, we have a rich cultural heritage. New Braunfels was founded by settlers from Braunfels, Germany in 1845, and we've kept a lot of those cultures and festivals alive. We have Sangerfest, we have Wurstfest, what's amazing, 11-day festival, beer and food and, Lederhosen, a blast. You have to check it out. With over 100 years of German influences, that's what makes this place one of the most unique spots in Texas. And that leads us into another pro of job opportunities. The amount of growth that we've had just really keeps our economy going. We have a diverse economy with key job sectors in manufacturing, healthcare, and education. Comal ISD, New Braunfels ISD. There's just so many places here to find work. And if you want to drive a little bit further, again, we have San Antonio and Austin that have even higher paying jobs, with a lot of remote jobs being more available nowadays too. That makes this a great place to live. And that brings us to our cons. I would say one of the biggest cons about living in New Braunfels is the weather. It gets really hot here in the summers. June, July, August, September, those are probably our hottest months, with temperatures reaching the triple digits, several days in a row. But we have the river here, we have Schlitterbahn, we have several places to go jump in and cool off, along with places like Texas Ski Ranch. So yes, it gets hot. I like getting hot and going and jumping in the river, so definitely something you have to get used to. If that's not your thing, then this might not be the place for you. But it's pretty nice, I have to say. And that takes us to our second con, which is no beaches or mountains. So kind of along the same lines, we don't have a lot of elevation here. We have some hills. Garner State Park is a great place to go hike, has some caves and a river. But if you want to drive to the beach, you got to go to Galveston or Corpus, which is about a 3-hour drive, so not too bad. South Padre Island is about 6 hours away, so you do have access to some beaches within driving distance. Mountains, you're not really going to get too much of. So if beaches and mountains are your thing, then New Braunfels probably isn't the right place. The next con is no public transportation. We don't really have much for buses or really getting around town unless you're driving a vehicle. There's really a lack of bike lanes too. I'm a big cyclist myself, so I go cycling in my neighborhood and across the street in another neighborhood and some back roads. But if you're looking to cycle around the city, it's not necessarily the best for doing that. But we have golf carts, which are a big thing here. You wouldn't think it of a typical city like this, but a lot of people buy a golf cart and trick it out, jack it up, or, make it go faster, and just love driving around Gruene and downtown New Braunfels. So if that's something that interests you, then maybe that's a good substitute. And con number 4 we're going to talk about is kind of catch-22. It's the rapid growth that we're seeing. There's a lot that is needing to catch up because of the growth, being roads and infrastructure, and the city is definitely prioritizing those things. But with the rapid growth that we've seen over the last couple years, it's definitely a con to some people. A lot of people have lived here their whole lives and they want the city to stay small, but don't let that discourage you from coming to check out New Braunfels. And people are so welcoming here. It's one of my favorite things about living here, and the cultural diversity that we've got in over the last couple years is amazing. So many beautiful restaurants and diverse cultures all becoming a part of New Braunfels, and we love it. So that brings us to our last con, which might be the housing affordability. Housing prices here are a median of $364,000. That might be a little bit high for some people. We have homes in the $250 to $300 price range, but they go a little bit quicker than some of the other homes. You know, it's a great place. There's still a lot of homes in the surrounding area. Seguin is a great place to go find homes starting in the low 200s. And New Braunfels has a lot of resale homes, and we've got a lot of new builds, new subdivisions coming up that offer different price ranges. So yes, it might be less affordable than some other parts, more rural areas, but compared to other states, Texas is definitely very affordable. So come check it out. That concludes our video on the pros and cons of New Braunfels, Texas. Let me know what you think. Leave me a comment. Let me know if you've visited New Braunfels or if you plan to. And remember, if you're planning to move here, whether it's in 9 or 90 days, give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email, or schedule a Zoom call, and I'm happy to help you make your move to New Braunfels, Texas. Until next time, check out some of my other videos, and I hope you have a great day.